Hello and welcome to the NewsRamp Legal Podcast. I'm your host, Max Newsman, ready to guide you through today's most important stories. NewsRamp.com brings you curated business news from top sources, keeping you informed and ahead of the curve. A quick note before we start. This podcast is created using AI and AI voices, but all the news stories are real, and you can find the complete articles on NewsRamp.com. It's Monday morning, September 29th, 2025, and we've got an exciting lineup of legal news waiting for you. So whether you're driving, taking a break, or winding down for the day, let's get right into it. Our first story today is
State Roundup. State revenue estimates down slightly. Van Hollen calls threat of Fed-Guft firings mafia-style blackmail. Advocates call for answers in teen death while under DHS care. A key fiscal panel revised its revenue estimates downward slightly for the current fiscal year, expecting revenues to be less than 0.1% lower than the March forecast. The state's financial footing update wasn't dire, with revenues slightly behind expectations for the current budget year, but expected to grow for next year. Baltimore police are investigating the death of a 16-year-old girl in the custody of the Maryland Department of Human Services found dead at a hotel. Trump threatens mass firings of federal employees in a government shutdown, prompting Maryland Democratic Senator Chris Van Hollen to call it mafia-style blackmail. A Severna Park food service manager enters the 2026 Anne Arundel County executive race, aiming to increase school safety and support first responders. The planned $1 billion Sparrows Point container ship terminal at Trade Point Atlantic nears final federal permit approval, with concerns about dredging lingering. Baltimore County Public Schools cut over 400 positions last school year, but specifics are vague. The state's handgun roster board approved 49 of 64 guns for sale or acquisition, sparking debate over Second Amendment rights. Definitions for reckless, negligent, and aggressive driving in Maryland are expanding next week, along with penalties. A report calls for at least $92.8 million in interim cleanup steps at the Purdue Agribusiness Salisbury facility. An Annapolis hand count primary audit found no mistakes in the official vote count.
Further developments in the work of the Office of Count Jonathan David Nelson. The Office of Count Jonathan David Nelson of Aquitaine confirms that the Center for Education and Diplomacy in Avignon has entered its next phase of formal legal structuring. Working with legal counsel, Count Jonathan David Nelson is guiding the center towards a self-funded governance model independent of political influence. This legal process ensures transparency, stability, and compliance with international standards, reinforcing the center's credibility. Under sovereign authority, the Republic of Aquitaine functions as a sovereign non-state entity rooted in historical foundations. The center's mission focuses on education, diplomacy, and humanitarian service, positioning it as a European institution with international reach. Legal structuring provides stability, transparency, independence, and authority, ensuring the center's continuity and expansion. Count Jonathan emphasizes the center's commitment to enduring principles and practices, advancing steadily and lawfully. Looking ahead, the center is preparing for initiatives such as forums on international law, colloquia on intercultural education, and roundtables on humanitarian service.
Thank you for joining us today. That's it for this episode of the NewsRamp Legal Podcast. As a reminder, NewsRamp curates news from leading newswires like Newsworthy.ai, 24/7pressrelease.com, NewsDirect.com, and BlockchainWire.io. We encourage you to visit NewsRamp.com to read all of today's news.